Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm 5 minutes more or less on time. Hey, as Kelly would say, it's not about being late. It's the quality of the show. It doesn't mean that you're all right. I hate being late. Okay. I hate being late, but I had a little bit of technical difficulty. Isabel, how are you? How's the training at the DRC going? You're going to have to call me a little bit later. What's up, Katrina? What's up, Birdwell? How are you, everybody? Let's see. Birdwell 2427. Hello there. Isbel, what's going on? Katrina. Oh, looks like that's Isbel. No, Katrina. How are you? The Mickey Bunch. There she is, the wonderful Kelly. And BDF is here. And I do like that name better, Kelly. You are correct. Better than BDF, the BFD, and then what was it? BDF, the BFD at WDW, or I don't know. I kept going on and on. Movie Mania Nick, what's going on? Sean, Kadani Sean with the great DVC shows. Very cool. There's Kelly. Disney Trash Can was here. Claimed it first. Gotta love that name. Welcome everybody. Keith is still a BFD though. Yeah. Orlando Adventures. Hey, what's going on? My young friend, what's going on? T. Marie, there she is. That is Tina, Sweet Cheeks. And Dean Follow the Happy is here. Very cool. Thanks for joining us. Griswold Family Vacay. How are you guys? What's going on? Love those guys. Let's see. Thank you, everybody, for it's going well now, actually. Good. I'm glad. I have to tell you, I was, we'll get into this later. This will be my last announcement here of news on a personal note, but yes, I stopped getting all the messages from your group because my phone was just going off the hook this morning. Perfectly Cat, how are you? What's going on? She is so cute. Sweet Cheeks, that's what we call her. Bob's going to make people. I'm not going to make people wait for the news. Wait. I don't make people wait. Hold on. Let's do that one more time. This is the news / That means on Bob's channel, when you hear the paper rattling like that, it's important news. Okay. We've got a few pieces of news, including some personal news. And number one, I am not going to make people wait for the news. Hold on a second. Number one, Disney announces real lightsabers. How do they work? I don't know if you guys heard this announcement. It was, I don't know if it was over a week ago. Maybe it was like 3-4 days ago. Where is that? I never bring the water in here with me when I need it, and then I choke. A few days ago, Disney Parks chairman Josh Tomorrow, which is him right there, with his back to us, with the lightsaber in his hand, stunned viewers by wielding a real so-called lightsaber. Thanks to virtual reality developer Ben Rideout on Twitter, we now have an idea of how this real lightsaber works. It won't melt through blast doors or cut off your hand, but it does feature an illuminated blade that will extend and retract at the push of a button. The animation in Ben's tweet showcases how the lightsaber works, which is actually pretty cool. Where is it? There it is. The animation in Ben's tweet showcases how the lightsaber works, and it basically, come on, Bob. There we go. and it works similar, strangely enough, to a tape measure. Disney's lightsaber design extends the basic tape measure design. Imagine connecting two tape measures together, so each tape faces in on each other when they're extended. So two tape measures. Now widen the tapes and increase the curve on each side, so that the tapes partially wrap around each other on each side and form a complete cylinder. Now drive this system with a motor so that both reels, like a tape measure, so that both reels can be extended and retracted in sync at the push of a button. Now you got a lightsaber. The lightsaber's blade is made of two semi-transparent flexible plastic pieces that are wound flat onto two spools when inside the hilt. You can see all the spools in there. A circular cap at the top of the base keeps it curved when it extends. A third spool inside the hilt, which is all the way down at the bottom to the right, holds a strand of flexible LED tape that is also attached to the circular cap at the top of the lightsaber and extends it inside the hollow blade, making it illuminate from the inside. And so this thing, the hilt, has three spools in it. The two sides, curved sides of the lightsaber, the light, and a motor and a battery. Disney has not yet announced how these real lightsabers will be used in the Disney parks, but it's possible they'll be part of the immersive Star Wars Galactic Star Wars Cruiser Hotel experience. I can't wait to see one of these lightsabers, because as you can see here, they're supposed to have sort of a practice room where you can practice with these little droids, as you can see here. Kind of like that scene in A New Hope where, Luke is practicing with that little drone all over the place. Let's see who else is here. Princess Tina Bell, what's going on? This will be interesting. Yeah, I think so, Nick. I would love to have one of those in my hand right now to just mess around with it. I don't know how sturdy that's going to be, though, with the way that's rigged up. That certainly is not going to be something for a little kid to be playing around with. Kristen Knoxville, what's going on? Hey there. Disinfinity is here. Hey, Daniel, what's up? What's that? I feel like it's going to be like a wand, like a Harry Potter wand. Yeah, kind of. Except us. Yeah, I mean, they keep imitating each other back and part. That reminds me, I need to refill my water. Was that when I was choking? Okay. Okay, let's see. Bob, paint by number Bob. Masks off for Disney. I'm sure you guys have heard. You go to Walt Disney World and you do not have to wear your masks while you are taking a picture, but only while you are taking a picture, either a selfie or, a family taking pictures of each other, or one of the PhotoPass photographers, doesn't really matter. But as Kelly mentioned this morning on the Mickey Bunch, please, people, don't, whenever we go from a black and white area with all this pandemic type of stuff to a gray area, people take advantage of it and they push it. And, so, at some point you're going to see somebody just walking around like all day long, looking like they're taking a selfie just so they don't have to have a mask on. Don't do that, please. We're trying to get back to some semblance of normal. Thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate that. Let's see, where the heck is this highlighted one? Anyway, so that's great, except I am glad that the pandemic is kind of getting better. Hopefully. I mean, you do realize, of course, Disneyland Paris is still closed right now. So even though they're having their 29th anniversary, they're still closed because of the pandemic. And Disneyland is about to open. So we're still, we still got to be a little bit careful. But I know, where does everybody take a picture when they're at Walt Disney World? They want to take it in front of the castle. So that whole, from the town square all the way up to the castle, through up Main Street, USA, through the town square, all the way up through the hub, there's going to be a lot of people, either with PhotoPass photographers or taking pictures themselves or selfies. That will be the main area in the whole park where there are people with no masks on. So that'll be kind of a wall. You might want to be careful making sure that you got your mask on like you're supposed to if you have any kind of health conditions when you're doing that bit of a walk. Up until at least Orange County is saying the mask thing will probably go away in July. I'm guessing Disney will probably be a little bit later than that, but the light's at the end of the tunnel. There you go. Ta-da! Oh. Let's see. What do we got? It's not Mickey. There we go. The Disney Parks vlog has revealed new changes to the Haunted Mansion at the Disneyland Resort in anticipation of the parks opening on April 30th. The Parks blog is saying, upon your return to the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland Park, you may discover the ghosts have been updating a few elements in and around the estate. April to December is returning to the Haunted Mansion. And it's April to December is an original portrait, and she formerly hung in the hallway with the other portraits, that light up and have that effect before there was really the effect. She basically hung there with the other portraits, but was replaced by Master Gracie when that transformation effect was upgraded in 2005. Now she's been brought back and she's hanging on the wall across from the Doom buggies in the load area. So if you are one of those people who are lucky enough to be going to Disneyland really soon, as you're excitedly getting on those buggies, just keep one eye out for that portrait of this lady. It's called April to December, and watch her eerie aging. That's what the effect is on that portrait. The Happy Haunts have been hard at work in their haunted home. Outside, freshly landscaped details now adorn the site for dearly departed pets, representing their stories from beyond the grave. The Parks blog has a video that you should check out of changes, and they've also got a cool preview on TikTok. What is that? They are all open, Daniel. I've got a large kid, small adult size face. Krista, what? Krista, you can sell them off eBay after Disney stopped selling, LOL. Glad you can take pictures without the mask. Right. But remember, it's only when you're taking pictures, not when you're walking around or doing anything else. So I know a lot of friends of mine, YouTube and otherwise, are coming down to Walt Disney World within the next month or so. And do not forget, you need to have those on. If Orange County lifts the mask mandate, Disney doesn't have to do to them being private property. Right. Yeah. Disney can do whatever they want. The governor of Florida actually wanted Disney to go straight when they opened up in July, this past July of 2019, after the closing. He wanted them to go straight to 100% capacity. So Disney basically follows their own rules, and they can as private property. They do what they think is safe. Got my second shot. Very nice. So did I. Congratulations, Princess Tina Bell. Now, also, on Disneyland front. Disney is going to launch a new website for guests with Disney vacation packages to print tickets, gift cards, and more. So if you're one of those people who's going to be going to Disneyland when it opens, which is April 30th, that's TikTok. It's 12th. It's almost here, guys. If you're Carla and Kiko or any of our West Coast friends or anybody here is going out to the West Coast to do that, they're going to launch a new website so that people going to Disneyland ahead of the opening on April 30th can get on a website, and basically it will allow guests who have hotel reservations to print tickets, gift cards, and transportation vouchers at their own convenience. The secure website will be accessible to guests through email or the Disney account prior to their hotel arrival. With the launch of this system, Disney will be phasing out manual packaging and delivery of these systems to hotels in advance. Guests with vacation packages for April 29th and later will receive communications regarding this new system 5 days prior to their hotel check-in. The new distribution process will be included in booking online at Disneyland.com and via phone. Now, this applies just to Disneyland, Anaheim, California, not Disney World. There may or may not be some stuff new coming to Disney World. That was mentioned by Josh Tomorrow just the other day, about a week ago. And it was brought up. It's called My Disney Genie. And it's something that would replace the My Disney Experience app. But they mentioned that at the D23 conference 2 years ago, and nothing had been heard about it. And there was just a little peep about it now. So I don't know if that might be appearing sometime before the 50th anniversary or not. So many things that they're trying to do for the 50th anniversary. I'm not quite sure about that. Hey, Laura Jean Carlson, how are you? What's going on? Chris, is Chris here? Yes, he is. Hello, my Star Wars nerd friend, the Wikipedia of Star Wars. I miss you, Chris. I would love to come back on to your show one day, or have you on one of my shows. Really miss talking to you. What is this? Even if the mask mandate is lifted, we will still wear a mask for this year. For this year. Might not be a bad idea. You could what? You could make a mask quilt, Krista Knoxville. That's okay. All right. Let's see. Moving past Disneyland. Oh, new graduation and Mother's Day Pandora charms available at Uptown Jewelers in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. 2 new Pandora charm sets honoring graduates and moms for Mother's Day are available at Walt Disney World. These charms can be added to any Pandora gift bracelet along with any other Disney parks charm, like that great Millennium Falcon charm. I don't know if you've seen that. It's pretty cool. The 2021 graduation charm set, which is this, is $165, and it includes 2 charms celebrating graduates. The slider charm has a Mickey Mouse wearing a graduation cap. Hold on. There you go. And on the other side says class of 2021. And the Mother's Day charm, which is that, which is a dangling charm, is shaped like a set of Mickey Mouse. The Mother's Day charm is the other one is $165. That's the graduation charm. That is a sliding charm, and this is a dangling charm, and this is the Mother's Day one, and this is $75. I really like that that graduate one, I gotta say. This one here, the Mother's Day charm, better price point, but it's a single dangling charm, makes a perfect gift for Mother's Day. Features a set of ears with a mini bow and a second small set of ears to represent mother and child. So you can probably see that. There's the mom with the bow, and there's the child dangling below like a child on a leash. What's the Disney employee discount? That depends. I think sometimes they have specials and everything, but I don't even know. I'm not an employee yet. That news is coming up. But it depends. It can be 40% sometimes. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. I think somebody should get that for you for Mother's Day. Taylor. Oh, Taylor. Might get that for the wife on our trip. I think she would love it. Yeah. Yeah. And for $75 at Disney, pair of ears costs $40. I mean, give me a break. Well, maybe it's time for you to stop by Uptown Jewelers. Uptown Jewelers is where I got my wife's engagement ring when I proposed to her at Epcot at the France Pavilion. 20% right now, October through February. It's 50. Right. 20 and 50. Yeah, when it's 50% off, that's when we go and grab everything. Katrina, tell my army of children. Yeah, thank you very much. Kelly has stayed employed. I forgot. I blanked it out, but I'm coming back. Hint. Let's see. Disneyland Paris gives special sneak peek. What's a sneak peek? I don't know. Anybody got a Disneyland Paris gives special sneak peek of their Hotel New York and Marvel Art Gallery. Disneyland Paris first opened on April 12th of 1992. And though it's currently closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it is still celebrating their 29 years of dreams. A recent Disney video that's out now walks through history with Imagineers and through the brand new Hotel New York and Marvel Art Gallery. The hotel is inspired by New York, the Big Apple, which, if you notice, a lot of Marvel movies and comics is, that's where Marvel was centered out of. So that's where Peter Parker and everybody else is from, New York City. The hotel hosts one of the largest exhibitions of Marvel art in the world, with 350 pieces by 110 different Marvel artists, including 50 never-before-seen pieces designed just for the hotel, which is really cool. Chris, Dad Builds, if you're out there, this is for you. As soon as they open up, you got to go there. Cast members at the hotel have specially designed sleek black and silver name tags with the New York City skyline across the bottom and the Avengers logo at the top, which is this. So they have these black and silver name tags, all of the cast members at this New York hotel at Disneyland Paris's New York Hotel and Marvel Art Gallery, which is currently closed for the pandemic. I've always wanted to go to Disneyland Paris. It seems to have a really special vibe. What's up, Bloom and Cheesa? How you doing? I'm going to be interviewing Mr. Richard with Bloom and Cheesa, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday on Mouse Tales. Let's see. Dean, follow the happy. What's up, Dean? What's going on? Ooh, this is interesting. New, my first visit, adult-sized ear hats available at Walt Disney World. Okay. All right. I love Disney. I complain a little bit once in a while. No big deal. I've got a little New York left in me still from my growing up. It's like a natural thing. There's so many things, I'm such a child. I want the child stuff so much. And actually, one time I wanted a Mary Poppins shirt, and they only had them in ladies' sizes and and colors and fit, and so I couldn't even jam myself into one. But they have a lot of cool ears and ear hats that are, they're the youth size, and I got a big whopping head. So I love the fact that they have this adult size ear hat, since it's not just kids who visit Walt Disney World. So Disney has come out with a new adult sized ear hat for any guests celebrating their first visit. The blue ear hat sells for $17.99, and it says "My First Visit" on the front with a picture of Goofy, Mickey, Pluto, and Donald in front of Cinderella Castle. The ears are covered in autographs from Mickey and his friends. Walt Disney World is, let's see. So there's all the signatures, and Walt Disney World is embroidered on the side. And it's available at in Magic Kingdom in a few different places. I think it was at Tomorrowland shop where I saw them. And of course, you can always get custom embroidery on those ear hats at Curtain Call Collectibles on Main Street, USA. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the Contemporary lately, but the Contemporary is looking a little different. Hallways covered at Walt Disney World's Contemporary Resort as the Incredibles room refurbishment continues. If you haven't heard yet, the rooms at the Contemporary are undergoing an Incredibles refurbishment, just like the Disney's Polynesian Resort is undergoing a Moana refurbishment. The Contemporary is undergoing an Incredibles refurbishment. Last week, the rooms inside the resort had been covered as the refurbishment began in full force. Now, sections of the hallway that leads to and from the elevators have been covered. These covers are being used so guests don't have to see the construction messes and allows Disney to keep the surprises a secret. The rooms and halls currently covered are on the monorail side of the building. Incredibles theming is also starting to pop up. In the hallways, as you can see there. The rooms will be undergoing refurbishment from April 10th to September 10th. Hopefully to be completed just in time for the October 1st 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. Let's see. Tina, I still don't understand the Incredibles in the Contemporary. I could see Wally, but not that. Yeah. Yeah, that is. I guess so. But I mean, I guess really it's what designers are seeing for sleek and futuristic. Like if you can see in that picture with the monorail and Mrs. Incredible. But I guess they figure that is a better property to attach to the resort, and they can do more with it, and that they had more people see those two movies than saw Wall-E. On BDF and on Bob's channel, I will also have a vacation update. I will talk about it. I'm getting to create a lot more content coming up. I'm sure you can get that hat. I missed where you can get that hat. You can get, I saw that hat, the ears hat at the shop that is directly across from Tomorrowland Speedway. If you were walking, and Tomorrowland Speedway is on your left as you're walking to Space Mountain, it's right there. Stardust Traders, or I don't know why I'm forgetting. I'm excited for this. The Incredibles were one of my favorite non-Disney Disney movies, and they are making another. Yeah. Never saw The Incredibles. Pretty good. I agree, Tina. I don't understand. Okay. Yeah, it's design and what they think that is a. Obviously, Moana seems a lot easily connectable to the Polynesian, theme of the Polynesian than The Incredibles do to here. And you're right, Wall-E would be an easier. It's by the crappy bathrooms in Disney by the old smoke area. Well, and there's that too. And also, this is a boost towards a newer movie they're making. They're making a live-action Incredibles next year. Right. Richard has a point there. A lot of people were saying when Pandora, the Pandora attraction was made, they're like, this is when it was first opening up, before it actually opened up. They're like, why is Disney putting this incredible amount of money and effort into this Animal Kingdom attraction for Pandora based on Avatar, which is a movie that came out like over a decade ago? And of course, that's because they are coming out. It's taken a long time with technology and the director, producer, being a perfectionist, and then the pandemic. But they literally have like 5 movies coming out. They're going to be attached to that. So there is really a package of properties and attractions. And I would assume that probably there's going to be 2 more incredible movies coming out. The Incredibles is not a great fit. I feel like Wally's or Avengers would be good. Even Big Hero 6 would be good. Of all of them, I would have to say if they could have done something to make it, that's a really good idea, Kelly. Think of the shape and what the contemporary looks like, and then look at kind of the wedge shape of the Avengers campus at Disneyland. And the humongous amount of money that the Avengers and all of the individual superhero movies and properties has made, that probably would have been the genius idea to theme the contemporary to Avengers. That would have been good. I would have loved to have seen that. Very good. I think you hit the nail on the head. Should be the Avengers since contemporary is in an A shape. Yeah, Nick, you're right. That's exactly what I'm saying. That would have been genius. I didn't even think. The Bobs don't answer my phone calls. I have my phone off. You want me to turn my phone on, Kelly? You know how bad our internet is around here. I literally turned my phone off. You want me to turn it on? I'll turn it on. Turn my phone on right now. In case it's something important, like the important phone call I've been waiting for. Actually, it's an important email. But can they bring the Avengers to Florida? Sure they can. Of course they can. I mean, they have a Hotel New York that they just opened up in Paris. Once you're inside of there, you can make it whatever you want. I mean, it's a Polynesian island inside of the Polynesian. Yeah, of course. They'll get to update Avatar in the newer films. Good question. Okay. Let's see. All right. I have my phone on, Kelly. If you would like to call me, if you're talking about this, Bob, or text me, it is fine. Hopefully you won't see lagging in my stream here now. This is kind of cool. Adventures by Disney itineraries and dates for 2022 have come out and are available today, April 12th. After many suspensions and question marks caused by the pandemic, Adventures by Disney is finally advertising destinations for trips departing in 2022. Adventures by Disney recently announced new expedition cruises to Antarctica, Patagonia, the Galapagos Islands. Bookings begin today for past Adventures by Disney guests and those whose trips were canceled due to the pandemic. Tomorrow, April 13th, booking will then open up to Disney Vacation Club members, Disney Cruise Line Platinum and Gold Castaway Club members, Golden Oak residents and Club 33 members, and then booking will open up to the general public for Adventures by Disney this Wednesday, day after tomorrow on Wednesday, 4/14. For a limited time, they are actually opening up, they're actually offering a $500 per person savings on select trips booked by July 15th and traveling between March 11th, 2022 and April 1st, 2023. So let's see here. Let's see. Did I have two? I got two 888 numbers. Let's see. That can't be Kelly. Wonder who's trying to call me. Hello?
No one is available to take your call. Thank you for calling.
Please. Let's see here. Watch, it was probably Disney. Oh, look, I'm live. That is true. My birthday is on 4/14, and I was going to do something with green screen where I interview myself, but I thought that's a little bit that's not impromptu, that's not fun. So what is this? Turn on Sony equals crashing the stream? No. We have such terrible Wi-Fi in this area of Central Florida with this one well-known company that it actually causes extra lagging, even though we have pretty quick Wi-Fi. We're actually in the process in a few days of changing to something that's new around here. If you are one of those YouTubers that is going to make the move down here, thank you, Dean. And there are many of them who are contemplating that or in the middle of that right now. Try to go with Frontier Fiber Optic if you are somewhere in the area of the park. I won't say exactly where I am. Most people know anyway, but so on Wednesday, Katrina is actually going to interview me. And we're going, if you have any questions, and I'll take any questions, trust me. If you have any questions, just send an Instagram message to Katrina right there, or she can probably put up the link, or to the Disney Double Case, and she will have it. Yeah, me too. I wish we don't have Xfinity here. They actually we do not get that service here. Thank you, Bloom and Cheese. Thanks, Richard. There she goes. Please DM her. All right, so let's see. So, as far what? Come on, I don't need Josh. Josh, behave yourself. That Josh. Come on, Josh. Josh is my almost again boss, but okay, stop. All right. There she is. There's her Instagram. So if you have any questions, we will take anything that is not too profane. It's fine. Trust me. I'm used to it. Cox Communications. Yeah, that's been around for a long time too. Yeah, if you come down here, try to get Frontier Fiber Optic. Anyway, are you still trying to send me? Okay, all right, we're off again. Okay, so the deal is, On my news front, I have been unemployed forever. I'm it's not a laughing matter, actually. I was one of those people who was laid off from Disney. Well, I was furloughed from Disney. Everybody knows how everything shut down and everything. So I was furloughed from Disney. I guess the park shut down. I worked at the Disney Reservation Center up near Universal. And after the park shut down, worked for a few more weeks, and then they shut that building down. Then we all went home and worked virtually for the month of April. And then starting at the very beginning of May, we basically were put on furlough for several months. And you guys know this whole story. And then on December 4th, a lot of people, unfortunately, after Disney treated us so well, they did while we were on furlough and not getting paid, though, of course, we were getting unemployment, and they helped us get through that. And they hired this company to try to help us get other jobs. And they continued to pay for this really good healthcare insurance. Then finally, they had to lay us off on December 4th of 2020. And so I've been definitely unemployed from December 4th until now, which is April 12th. But with that furlough, it's really been like I've been unemployed for a year, doing a lot of yard work and spending a lot of time with my old dogs, and being a little bit of a shut-in with the pandemic. So it's like, oh my gosh, what has happened? What kind of Twilight Zone episode is this? So I didn't know. I was praying my face off. I was hearing that. I know, Richard, that's true. I'm trying to see all the positive for all of that. I have two beagles who are like 11 years old. One of them has seizures and is on all kinds of medicines, and the other one has had cancer and stuff. And I thought to myself, I'm going to look back on this and I'm going to appreciate that time that was forced on me to stay home, that I never would have had to be with my dogs all that time. So yeah, there's always a silver lining. So I'm praying and I'm waiting and I'm like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to happen? Now, to make this more complicated, my position that I had at the Disney Reservation Center basically was dissolved. So a lot of my friends were being called back to work at Disney, called back to their jobs to do what they did. Disney Vacation Club and people at the Disney Reservation Center and cast members at the park. And however, my job was itinerary planning. And the majority of that was booking tours, Keys to the Kingdom tour in Magic Kingdom and Backstage Magic and fishing trips and all kinds of stuff. And they basically dissolved my department because of social distancing. They couldn't do those tours anymore. And the few things that they could do, they basically put under the aegis of another department, the Internet Help Desk, which was very strange because my wife was working at home. And she was doing her job plus a little bit of my job, which was really weird. So I was kind of helping her do a part of the job I used to do, and very, very strange. So I'm praying, trying to keep a good attitude and everything. But in the meantime, having all these health problems that you guys, if you didn't see my little public apology video, I was having these weird health problems, and that was kind of a low point. And then all of a sudden, the Disney Reservation Center, first, a friend of mine, another YouTube creator who, I don't know if she wants me to say her name or not, very, very good friend of mine, who will always be, she's an angel, told me, hey, Bob, they are hiring for this position at the Disney Vacation Club. You should look into this. You should apply. And she helped me. She was like, oh no, look, it's over here, and got me to do that. And then I had just gotten the application in. Okay, there you go. Well, I guess you probably just said it. I wonder who it could be. Okay, so Kelly at the Mickey Bunch, I love you. I love you so much. I am eternally grateful to you. She held my hand and guided me through that process. And then before anything could even happen with that, the Disney Reservation Center where I used to work called me and said, all right, you definitely have a job. It's not exactly the job you had before. It's the closest thing to it. It's a job at the Internet Help Desk, which does a little bit of what you used to do, but you don't have to apply. You don't have to do anything. Just fill out this application. You're automatically in, and then just start coming to training. Stop. Yeah, of course you would have, but I'm just trying to be something I'm not, discerning. So now all of a sudden I haven't had a job for a year, right? I have a job I really, really want. I have a job that I definitely have, but I don't know if I have the DVC job. But I'm like, okay, I can't stop. I can't. I have to take what's for real, for sure. I only had an interview for the DVC job. I don't have anything. I don't know. So I took the DRC job, and I had that. So I'm getting all ready to do that. And I was supposed to start training with that. This would have been my first day of training for the Disney Reservation Center. But a few days ago, on Thursday, this past Thursday, I get a call from Disney saying, hey, you want the job with the DVC? You want to accept the job at the DVC? And I'm like, yeah. But then, it's kind of weird. I'm like, well, which job do I take? And there are a couple of parameters with Disney too about, where that basically mixed up my head from things that I had heard. It's like, how is this going to work exactly? I took this job already. I had gone through the background check again. I'm ready to do this job. I'm set for training. Can I basically just say, sorry guys, and then go over to this position? It didn't actually end up being a complicated thing at all. It was not a big deal. And so now I am set for training at the DVC, and like Bob there, woohoo! I am set to train at the Disney Vacation Club as a vacation advisor, and use all the skills and magic I can muster to finally shake the mothballs out of my ears and get back to work, starting training for several weeks on the 25th, 26th. It's 26th, I guess it is, last Monday in April. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you very much. Yeah, hey, what's going on? Hey, Amy, thanks for joining us. Thank you very much, Daniel. You are an angel. I can say that. She is. There's an angel. There you go. Kelly, who else? She is the angel that feeds the wildlife. There you go. The Mother Teresa of raccoons in Central Florida. PDF, thank you very much. And actually, I think you're probably going to be seeing me sometime in the next couple of months over there at BDF. I could see Bob as an excellent Magical Express driver. I could do that. Now, I don't know about that, though. I actually thought about that because that was one of the jobs that came up, as I'm like searching around for Disney jobs as a bus driver. If any of you have driven in Central Florida, not just been driven by other people in a minivan or whatever, if you've driven around Central Florida, especially if you live in this area and you drive, the drivers in Central Florida are nuts. So driving a bus through Central Florida, I don't know about that. I don't think I would want to. Only two jobs I don't think I would want to do at Disney would be driving a bus and standing in a parking lot like 100-degree frying pan and directing people where to park. I mean, I would do them, but I think those would be the bottom of the list for me. I don't think I would do a great job. Working again. Yes. Thank you, Dean. LOL, Mother Teresa. Yay, Kelly. Those buses are very nice. Yes, they are. 200 plus bus driver positions opened up. I wonder why that is. Is that because they laid off so many? Or Adventures by D, what's going on? How are you? But Bob, what? So anyway, that's it. Just wanted to, let's get this out of here. Are buses more difficult to drive than a car? I've driven large vehicles like that. Lots of commercial vehicles. I wouldn't say that they're different. I wouldn't say that they're more difficult to drive. It's just the drivers around here are not that good. And so how I see it is you have to be a very, very good defensive driver in Central Florida. And so in a way, it's almost like you're trying to avoid the craziness and you're a bigger target if you're a bus. That's kind of, I know it's weird, but that's really the way. But Bob, I have heard the most interesting Disney tales come from Disney bus drivers. They came from all walks of life. One of them even knew Walt himself. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I would do it. I just don't know if I would be the best. But I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I just wanted to get back in. Disney is a marvelous company. If you're not one of the people who knows somebody that's worked for Disney, you can ask me, you can ask Kelly, you can ask anybody who has a friend or relative who's worked for Disney, or somebody who is a cast member, was a cast member. The perks of being part of the Disney family is incredible. I can't tell you. So really, truly, after all the crazy stuff that I've done in my life, and now here I am on the cusp of my 59th birthday in 2 days, what was in my head was, okay, I got to make it through this pandemic thing. I got to get back in with Disney, and I want to make the magic of Disney again, and I want to retire with Disney. That's it. That's what's on my mind. If I had to do that driving a bus, I would have done it. I would have been your fedora wearing, but well, they probably wouldn't let me wear a fedora. Would have had to have worn a Disney cap, probably. They teach you how to drive the buses, or at least used to teach you. They do, Amy. Amy is a former cast member as well. Amy, did you know any Disney World bus drivers? Amy, I live in Central Florida in a retirement area, and these people don't know how to drive. Yeah. Katrina knows. All right. I don't want to keep doing that. I don't want to diss. So you got to realize, I'm not saying people in Central Florida don't know how to drive who live here. Where I live, right near the park, you have locals, and then you have a lot of tourists during a lot of the year who are going to Disney, going to Universal, going to wherever else, just being in Florida, or traveling up and down the highway to get to Miami or elsewhere. And so you have those people who are kind of distracted tourists. And then you have the people who are locals who are getting kind of, get out of my way. And they're road raging at the locals. And so it means people can get erratic, and you have to be a defensive driver. That's all. As far as how well the drivers are down here, I think they actually must be pretty good to be the Mario Andretti race car drivers that they are, and not have more car wrecks. But you do have to keep your eyes open. I think driving a bus would be way more difficult, and you have very precious cargo in the bus. Yeah, when I was training at the Disney Reservation Center, one of my trainers, Katie, her husband was a Disney bus driver at the time, and I did kind of talk to her about it. And I guess It's just like anything else, there's goods and bads. But for me, I'm kind of like Kelly. You know how you were talking about how you're so distractible and everything. I'm kind of like that sometimes too. So I would not want to be driving a bus full of precious cargo and then squirrel. So that's not. I do not want to be on the front page of a newspaper. A bus T-boning a car can toss the car like Hot Wheels. I don't know how I went down this thing now. Orlando is much better than Atlanta. Griswold, let's see. I lived in Atlanta for several years. I lived about an hour south of Atlanta for several years. I lived just east of Atlanta for several years, and I lived in the North Georgia mountain for several years. I'm not quite sure, not from my experience at least, that Orlando is better than Atlanta. I think it's because of that tourist element. You have bad drivers, but I don't think you have the tourist kind of thing mixed in. Atlanta has terrible just sitting parked traffic jams. The Mickey Bunch, can outsiders apply now for positions, or are they just still trying to bring people back? Bob, don't forget about the golf carts. LOL. Oh no. The golf carts in Atlanta here. There are a lot of golf carts around. Oh my goodness. Okay, everybody knows how I've had a couple of marriages, right? When I think of golf carts, I think of a former father-in-law of mine who lived in this area near Atlanta, and had a lot of golf courses, and just about everybody could drive a golf cart anywhere. And the guy actually got a DUI riding a golf cart. I didn't even know that was possible. If I get a job as Donald Duck, do I have to wear pants? Yeah, I've been wanting to know that for a long time. Did someone say ATL? Our traffic is pretty bad. All right, stop with the traffic. I'll be driving the second half of our trip. Mike never drove on the 4. Oh. It depends on the time of night, too. I always got out of it when we used to, we would fly, we would drive. Most of the time we would drive because we would have impromptu trips. But when my wife and I, who I'm married to now, would move down here, she would drive most of the way. And actually, not only didn't I drive, I would sleep most of the time that she would drive. So that's not very supportive, I know. Those old people here get DUIs for driving the golf. Yeah, I'm sure. All right, guys, it is 10:02. And that was my epic update. Oh, nice lag there. That was my, oh, come on. Josh, would you please? Josh just can't get enough of that lightsaber, I tell you. So my epic update is basically that I'm going back to Disney. No matter what Josh says. No, yes, that is not the right way to say it. Stop. Josh is the chairman of Disney Parks, so it has a lot to do with what he says. Josh, I love you. I swear. You're great. You're a cool guy. I met Josh. Well, I didn't meet him. I saw Josh. He was like 6 feet away, and he was taking pictures with people in front of Galaxy's Edge on the opening day of Rise of the Resistance, right in at the front there in the queue. Movie Mania Nick, have a good night. Thanks again, Disinfinity. Thanks a lot. All right, we are out of here. Please join us Wednesday night, 2 nights from now on the 14th at 9 p.m. And basically it'll be on this channel, but I'm the one who's going to be getting interviewed by Katrina because it's my birthday. So why the heck? And Instagram message Katrina if you've got any questions. And there she is right there, Katrina Scalpini. And take care. Thanks a lot. Take care, Griswold. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you real soon.